What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's Thursday, and you are here with your girl, your savage coach Keefa, only on 101 TK Radio. We are about to start Savage Talk. Woo! Look, y'all wait for the my applause, y'all. I'm waiting for my applause, y'all. What's popping? It is Thursday. How you guys doing today? Y'all getting ready for the holidays? Look, do you already have all your Christmas trees up? I heard somebody today has 3 Christmas trees in one house. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard that. 3 Christmas trees in one house, y'all. And I'm not talking about poinsettias. I'm talking about 7-foot plus trees, all lit up, all decorated up. I don't know if they're real or fake, but there are some people that's into Christmas like that. So yeah, it's Thursday. We got a lot to talk about today. TUHDAY. Today. We have a lot to talk about. So listen, make sure, grab your snacks, grab your water, or whatever it is you're drinking, and pull up. Pull up, okay? I'll call in number 678-439-7419. I want y'all to call me. I want you to call so you can tap into what we're about to talk about. I've got some great stuff to talk about. You know, I love talking about AI and robots and what our future holds and how are we going to synergistically work with robots. Robots in the future. I'm talking about humanoid robots, okay? What's a humanoid robot? Well, it's a robot that has humanistic qualities and characteristics. It doesn't necessarily mean they look human because, you know, maybe in the movies, but in real life, the working robots that got jobs right now, okay? And look, make no mistake about it. Y'all already know about the robots at McDonald's. You already know about the robots at Amazon. Well, there is a whole new breed of robots. Can I even say breed of robots? A fleet. Okay. Yeah, breeds are for animals. However, non-living things are called fleets. Okay. Just like vehicles, just like cars, electronics are called fleets. But these robots are human-like, human qualities, and have day jobs and night jobs. So look, we're in Georgia. When I tell y'all, a lot of people don't understand this. Georgia, and I didn't understand this when I was in Cali. I really did not get the magnitude of this until I moved to Georgia and had been here and started businesses and all of that. Georgia is the hub of everything. Okay, it's not just Hollywood. You hear people talking about actors and them making movies here. Tyler Perry has studios. You know, I'll call him Tyler Perry for y'all that don't know, since he has studios. Tyler Perry, he's got studios. He's making movies. But in addition to that, when you watch a movie, what goes into it? Yeah, it's got to be filmed, but after all of the filming is done, somebody's has to put it all together and turn it into something that is watchable, something that people want to watch. They've got to fix the dialogue. They've got to fix the colors. They've got to master it so that one person's voice is not louder than the other person's voice. Just like with music, you got to mix it. And then there are a whole separate group of people whose sole job it is to create a trailer, a movie trailer that makes you want to say, oh yeah, I got to go see this. There's an art and a science to that. So because we are the hub here, and I just said movies, that's just one industry. But what I'm going to talk about is an entirely different industry. And that is the supply chain, supply and demand. Because we're in the South, in Georgia, there is so much land. And in relation to land in other places like California, different parts of the country, land really is affordable in the metro area here. And that is why these companies that need lots of land, like Amazon, and like this company I'm going to talk to you about, it's called GXO. And you've seen them. There's lots of companies. Some of them you've never heard of, but imagine you could be driving on 20. If you're heading toward Covington, somewhere like that, you see all of these huge, huge buildings off of the freeway. And what I want you guys to start thinking about when you see these huge, huge buildings, I want you to think about the dollar signs, the money that is being made there or isn't being made there. And these are businesses that most people have never even heard of. And what they're doing is they are supporting other businesses to grow, because small businesses, a lot of cases, do not have the funding and the money to have a huge warehouse full of product, full of people that can package it and ship it and send it out. So yeah, lots of folks are doing drop shipping. But if you are in the area, think about this. Would you rather offload your drop ship work to somewhere in China, through Alibaba, AliExpress? Those are some of the main players. Or would you rather do business, especially if the cost is comparable, right here, where you can go up to this warehouse, you can talk to somebody, a product manager or whoever, and see what's actually going on? See, we have the ability to do that in Georgia. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about the robots coming to work. So there is a company, I just mentioned them, GXO, huge warehouse. They are located in Flowery Branch. Do the Falcons still practice there? Okay, yeah. So, the Falcons are out there. Amazon is out there. Lake Lanier is down the street. If you've ever been to Flowery Branch, most people probably, you're not going to Flowery Branch. You're just passing through Flowery Branch to get somewhere else, right? That's most of us. But listen, y'all, there is money that is happening in Flowery Branch. So don't sleep on this. This company, GXO, so they were in the news because they actually hired their first robot today. Okay, they hired their first robot. The robot's name is Digit. And what this warehouse does, they take other companies, and specifically I'm going to talk about the company Spanx. Why am I going to talk about that? Because most people have heard of Spanx. Spanx makes shapewear. See, at first I was just going to say for women, but I'm going to be all inclusive, because the reality is nowadays men and women are wearing shapewear. Men and women are, and let me quantify what I'm saying. So shapewear is going to be like your stomach, your waist shapers, your waist belts. They're going to be the waist belts that have the shorts built in. They're going to be the compressive material that holds you in. Okay. There's different grades, different brands of shapewear. Some of it's made to simply hold you in, and some of it's made for post-surgery. So like people that get tummy tucks or lipo or something like that, they have to wear compressive shapewear so that, number one, they're not in so much pain, and number two, whatever fat they had removed, the skin needs to compress and shrink back up so that people do not have loose, saggy skin. And the shapewear helps with that. So that industry is huge, not just because of waist shapers. I think that is most of our knowledge on shapewear is that sort of thing. But it is a billion dollar industry. And the waist shapers is a small part of that. Okay. The biggest money comes from the different shapewear products that are used post-op surgery. So now this company GXO that's in Flowery Branch, they work with companies like Spanx. Think about that. Companies that manufacture products and they send those products all over the world. So for the people, and what's a trip is the lady that started Spanx, y'all know she's here in Georgia. The thing is, one of the main reasons people with small businesses that sell products struggle to scale up is because they don't know how to make the leap from I'm either making product myself in my home or I'm either drop shipping some product, but I still don't know how to make the transition into to go from, let's say, a $500,000 business to a multi-million dollar or billion-dollar business. And that's where the companies like GXO and their robot Digit come in. They will actually do all of that for you. All of that for you. They can build your product. They're going to put your name on it. They're going to handle the orders. They're going to ship it out. They're going to do all of that for you. So we are very fortunate to be in Georgia and have this at our fingertips. Okay, so think about that. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. The best part about it, remember I'm talking about the robots? So there is a whole other company called Agility Robotics. They're the ones who actually built Digit, right? So you can go, like right now, I could go to Agility Robotics and say, I need a fleet of 10 robots. Go ahead. What you got to say, Nelson?
So from what you're telling me, then it seems like somebody should really start investing in, what I'm saying,
Listen,
these,
I
because
am
that's the way
trying
of the
to,
future.
that's right. So I'm telling you, all of the jobs that folks are doing, like at Walmart, at Target, if they're stockers, the people that work the overnight hours that are unloading trucks, all of those things, look, those folks need to start looking for other jobs and they need to start what I talked about on my last show, investing in personal development. This is part of it. Right now, it is critical. Start up leveling your skills because these robots like Digit, you can get them working. They're going to do 10 times as much work as a human. And check this out, Nelly. Check this. Can I call you Nelly? Check this out. They're going to do it for $10 an hour versus what your employees is asking for. You know how it is. Your employees, they're going to clock in. Then they're going to go get their coffee. They're going to stop by everybody's cube and they're going to talk mess. And that's going to be 30 minutes before they even hit their desk or wherever to see what they need to do for the day. Okay. So Digit, we don't have to worry about that if I'm paying Digit $10 an hour. So check this out. We're going to be talking about this. We also going to be talking about the saga continues with the pity of Diddy. Y'all like that? The pity of Diddy. We're going to take a break, but stick around because we got a lot to talk about. You listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. Your coach, your savage coach Keefa. We are talking about Digit. We're talking about humanoid robots, robots that have human characteristics. They don't necessarily look human, which we don't want because that's just crazy. That really is crazy. But they're built to move like humans so that they can do some of the work that we are currently doing at expensive costs. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. This robot Digit, right? You can order a fleet of these robots. This company, Agility Robotics, they create these robots. So me as a business owner, if I was in the business and I had products and I have a need for supply chain, and I'm getting products shipped and I'm shipping products out, all of that. Now, this is what I'm going to be thinking about. I can bring in human employees. I already know that human employees believe that even jobs like flipping burgers, making fries, all of that, humans believe that that type of work is deserving of, $18, $19, $20 an hour. Warehouse workers, let's, think Costco, Walmart. Like I said earlier, the people that are working the overnight shifts, unloading the trucks and filling up the refrigerators, the milk trucks, all of that stuff. So these workers are probably making 18 and up. So they're probably making between $18 and $30 an hour, right? Here we have Digit. Now see, Digit can do all of this and then some for $10 an hour. Right? $10 an hour. But since I am the business coach, and I always say, don't just look at the hourly, you have to look at the total cost. You have to look at the total cost for something. See, when you're working with human employees, you also have, like I said, they're going to clock in, they're going to get their coffee, they're going to do all of that stuff on your dime, not on their own dime. They're going to do that on your dime. And also, if they putting too much cheese and too much pepperoni on those pizzas, you're going to have your costs of goods are going to be higher than they should. And I can tell you what, have y'all been to Little Caesars? See, they have a certain type of employee and they ain't measuring nothing. They ain't doing nothing they supposed to do. Okay, let me just keep it real. They ain't doing nothing they supposed to do. They giving the wrong pizzas out, having to remake pizzas over and over, right? If I go in and I take 3 pizzas back because I order old world pepperoni pizza and I get raggedy regular pizza, and I take it back in and say, look, I ordered 3 old world pepperoni pizzas. And you know what they tell me? I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have the ingredients for old world pepperoni. Well, why don't you take it off the app, take it off the website? Yeah, I know we should. These are the answers I get. Now, is Digit going to give me those answers? No. These are the things that I'm thinking about. There is human error involved with human employees, right? They call out sick, they get COVID, their family members get COVID, have to quarantine. There are so many things as human workers that can cause us not to work, to do less work, to do poor work, or, the list goes on. And all of that translates into dollars. So now when you take all of that into account, I'm paying an employee $15 an hour to flip a burger, right? He's tired. Let's say he's tired. He already has drank my coffee because he ain't paid for that coffee. He's already drank my coffee.
But you providing it for them.
Well, exactly. That's what they think. We're providing it. It's here. I work for this company, so it is available to my disposal. So not only are you paying $15 an hour, you're also paying for this employee's mistakes. Okay? And then not only are you paying for that employee's mistakes, you've got 10 other employees that are making similar mistakes that are also costing the company money. I am one of those people. Now, I do believe we have to be synergistic with robots. Robots should be able to do the things that humans cannot, don't want to do. Or it maybe just doesn't make sense to do. Maybe it's too expensive for a human to do it. Like, for example,
or too dangerous.
Or too dangerous. Yeah, and see, danger makes things expensive. Because if I have to go repair a pillar to a bridge and I have to go 200 feet underwater, you're going to have to pay me a whole lot of money. And I'm going to clock in and have my coffee first. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to stop by all my friends' cubicles and say what's up and see what they did over the weekend and all of that. And probably after about 40 minutes, now I'm going to sit down and start putting on my gear to go underwater. So deploying fleets of robots takes that away. And I think for the jobs like fast food workers, I mean, we already know some countries have robots flipping burgers already, and it's working. That's the thing, and it's working. So fast food jobs, any warehouse job, I'm going to say loading and unloading trailers. I'm going to say packaging things up. Assembly line stuff, building cars, even building other robots. See, digits can be working on the digit line, building more digits for $10 an hour. That is the thing about a robot. Theoretically, it doesn't matter how complex the job is. It's all the same to digit. However, because we live in America, capitalism won't allow it to be $10 an hour for every job. The value and the need is going to dictate how much digit costs to go repair that bridge underwater versus flipping burgers. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that because I do believe if I have a product or a service that is detrimental, like when I manufactured masks, when COVID hit, yeah. Now I don't believe in price gouging, but I believe in letting the desire dictate the value. That's with anything, not just digital products, not just COVID masks, not just assembly line stuff. But let's just say, for all intents and purposes, all jobs are going to cost $10 an hour when you hire digit. Can you think of a job right now that you can give digit?
Outside of what you just
yeah, like in your own life. See, think about it. This is what I want you all to think about. Where can you deploy? Because what we're talking about is AI deployment. Where can you deploy a digit in your own life and business? $10 an hour. Listen, come do my yard, digit.
Yep. Do a yard.
Come help me clean my garage out, because I know you can take stuff off the shelves and put them on the floor and move things around. I could hire me 5 digits right now to do my yard, to clean my garage, to clean the gym, move some equipment, all of that. I can use digits right now for that. Now, I'm telling you, y'all, listen, regular employees, y'all better watch out.
Then it would be, you would have to definitely want to get into that industry because who's going to be the one that's programming? So
Yeah, and so it's my belief that if I go to Agility Logistics and I say I need 5 robots, they're probably going to send someone out. See, this is how I would do it. Oh, absolutely. We're going to do a console. What's your business? How much money you're bringing in? What exactly do you need digits to do? And I'm going to take it all down and I'm going to put a plan together. And we're going to come out to your home, your business or whatever. And we're going to program them. I'm going to show you how to run it. And I'm going to show you how to call us if something goes wrong. Because I'm going to have an all-inclusive plan that includes the robots, that includes the maintenance, so that you don't have to do any of that. And you just pay for that. You're going to pay for that peace of mind, knowing that you don't have to worry about this $30,000 robot and you got 5 of them. So you have $150,000 in robotics. You don't have to worry about that breaking down. Because I think with companies like this, with companies like Agility Logistics, who's making the digits, in order to do business smart, they have to make it so that they're responsible for all of that. Because most people, they're going to look at it and say, oh, I couldn't do that. Because if something goes wrong, I mean, I read an article saying that people are like that with cars now. They don't even want to buy new cars because it's all electronics. And when it breaks down, like, you can't just pop your hood no more and fix your own car. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to spend some money, meaning you're going to the dealership. So it's going to cost you in not just fixing the car, it's going to cost you in time. It's going to cost you in stress. All of that, to me, everything equates to some dollar signs somewhere.
That's where the mechanics need to start learning.
Exactly. See, so they need to totally revamp how they're doing things. And with these digit robots, me as a consumer, if I want robots deployed in my small business, I'm not going to do it if I feel like the risk of something breaking down after I've put all my trust into these robotic employees, the risk of something going wrong is so great or so expensive, I won't do it. But if you tell me, look, we got a special right now, try it before you buy it, and I can have a robot in my spot even for 24 hours. Listen, Digit, I'm going to work you to death. I just got to keep it real. Make sure you stay hydrated, Digit. Let's get that WD-40 because I'm about to work you to death. Try it before I buy it, and then I think people will do it. Yeah, especially I'll make the monthly payments. Every 6 months, he goes in, or you send your people out for the upgrades, the firmware, the this, the that, whatever. You offer me free training so that as you upgrade him, I'm upgraded as well. See, I am all in with that. Yeah, and then I could fire these employees that didn't drink my coffee and done all that stuff that's costing me money.
But I think that's good, but it have to be the smart business owner to be realistically to see if they can afford it. Because if they're not making money, I'm quite sure they're not going to be able to afford those robots. Even if they lease it, because let's say, I don't know, a lease agreement a year or so, and then their business is not making enough money to sustain the whole year, then they're going to end up, almost honest.
Well, that's one way to see it. However, this is another perspective. Think about this. Most businesses that's not making money in their business or that are at risk for failing, there are things that can be fixed in their business. And if I'm the owner of Agility Logistics, see, I'm going to have a salesperson that can go to that business and show the owner, this is how Digit is actually going to help you bring more business. This is how Digit is going to help you save money. So if you're telling me you're spending $30,000 a month just on employee salaries, but you're not bringing in the money to pay those salaries. Number one, see, you're putting in the money in the wrong area. You need to be putting the money into building your business, bringing in the leads, working on your sales techniques, all of that stuff. You don't need all of those employees, right? So we're going to work on that, but we got more to talk about. Stick around. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, only on 101 TKO Radio.
The girls know.
Dude.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. You listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, only on 101 TKO Radio. So look, y'all, we've been talking about Digit the robot, the robots. Don't think about iRobot. It's not like that. Okay. But if you have those of y'all that's listening, look, if you got friends, family members, or even you yourself are doing the type of job that I described that Digit can do, you need to start investing in some personal development right now. Do not wait. Don't wait. And you know what you can do? If you're someone who loves the job that you do, because I do. I know some people who love doing warehouse work. They love doing it. They love working the off hours because they're not getting bothered by people. It's no traffic when they go and come to work. Whatever reason, they can spend the day with their kids. Whatever it is, if you're that type of person and you want to stay in that line of work, you need to start investing in learning how to program some of these robots, how to manage, how to read the data, collect the data. You need to be learning some of those jobs that are going to be needed in order to take care of the digits of the world. Because the reality is there are a lot of people, a lot of business owners like myself, who we just tired of the shenanigans we have to deal with regular employees. Don't want to show up, want to show up late, and want to make $30 an hour for a $10 an hour job. We tired of that. We tired of you actually not starting work until 45 minutes after your start time, but you've already clocked in. We tired of that. And we would prefer to pay a $10 robot where we don't have to deal with all of that. So the time is coming. The writing is on the wall. Do not wait. Don't wait. And I mean that. I mean that like y'all can't see me, but I'm saying it with my chest. Your bets to invest in your personal development, learning how to be one of the folks that's going to be programming the digits, working in the place. Look, you can work at the place where they make the digits. And you know what's this is what's so dope about it, y'all. This is what I was saying on the break. This company, Agility Logistics, okay, the company that has built the digits, how much you want to bet they got grants and funding to build these digits? Because there is free money out there to build this technology. Because right now, AI, it's almost like the Wild Wild West. It's AI everywhere, but it's no real restrictions on stuff. It's in everything. You don't know to what degree. You don't know if it's deep, fake. AI is like the Wild Wild West.
It's almost like how Bitcoin when it first.
That's right. Like Bitcoin. Exactly. It reminds me of how Bitcoin was. It's like the Wild Wild West. It ain't always going to be like that, though, y'all. This is what you need to understand. It is not always going to be like that. So you better capitalize on it while you can, just like the Bitcoin folks. Just like the Bitcoin folks. So if you have an opportunity to learn this technology, get some grants where you can actually start building some things. Because I'm telling you, you don't have to be a genius no more. This is why I love AI so much. You do not have to be a genius no more. You don't have to know how to code. All you have to do is have a desire and the belief in yourself that you're going to do it. You can go out there, get this money, use this technology, and start making an impact. You got to. Don't just sit around talking about all the other people and what they doing. You got to do it yourself. You really do. And you got to be around the folks that's doing it. Because you may be the one that's out of a job. And you don't want to be the one out of a job unless it means you're going to a greater job that's for you. And you can make that happen. You do not have to sit back and wait. Okay, so that's Digit. That's our AI. I want you to hop on that. But I got so much more to talk about. And I'm going to tell you, man, the pity of Diddy. Okay, does anybody pity Diddy right now? Y'all remember when Mr. T used to say, I pity the fool. See, that keeps coming in my head. That's what made it pop up. The pity of Diddy. He looking real pitiful right now. I remember, now people don't really say pitiful no more, but I remember when my mama and daddy used to use that term, talking about me because I might have been pouting about something, or maybe I had just got in trouble. And they would say, why are you looking all pitiful?
Mm-hmm.
And that phrase stuck with me. And when I see people with their head down, just looking pitiful, now he got a reason to look pitiful. I ain't saying he don't. But some people just be looking pitiful for no good reason.
Right.
Like, why are you looking all pitiful like that? Just looking hopeless and helpless. But you're not hopeless and helpless. Now, so Diddy, it's been all over social media. Another woman came out saying that Diddy raped her. Diddy, and I believe she named 2 other people. And y'all, look, she said she was 17 when this happened. Now, I'm willing to bet, y'all. I am willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that Pity Diddy threw his hands up and said, well, he probably took a long breath, called his lawyer, and, of course, his lawyer already knew, because I'm sure his lawyer and Pity Diddy, I'm sure they have their alerts, their Google alerts set up so that anytime his name is mentioned, they get an alert on their phone. Y'all know you can do that, right? I hope, listen, anybody who has a business, I hope you all have your Google alerts set up for that, so that anytime your name comes up online, Google is going to send you a notification. So I bet you Pity Diddy can't sleep.
Come by that again?
Yes, Nelly, yes. Everybody needs to know this. You can set up your Google notifications to notify you anytime your name is mentioned.
So your name is mentioned in any type of social media?
Yeah, on social media.
So like if they write your name or they verbally?
Well, it's not verbal.
Okay.
So it's got to somehow pass through the Googles and the internets and browsers.
Okay.
But I bet you Pity Diddy ain't getting no sleep. Pity Diddy is ding ding. Them notifications is like ding 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 ding. So him and his lawyer, they probably have a 24/7 conference, a bridge call set up. That's just like a disaster recovery line that's always open. And then periodically the other lawyers come on, and then, whoever else is on his legal team. And every now and then 50 Cent drop in there just to talk mess.
Right.
and ask them, well, look, y'all ready to sell yet? Y'all ready to sell? So I imagine I have a visual that there is in a conference room. It's a Cisco, one of them old Cisco phone type where you can have 100 people on, and Pitty Diddy goes in there and he stays in there. Then the lawyer hops on, and then about 3 or 4 other lawyers and paralegals hop on, and they say, okay, so what you hear today? And you hear the paper shuffle. All right, well, we got one in California. We got one in New Jersey. Let's see. Hold on. All right. Have you heard about the one in Colorado? So then, this is what I imagine they're talking about. Then you got the banker who comes on. And so the lawyers say, well, how we looking? How's it looking today? And the banker says, the finance person says, well, we okay today, but I don't know how much more we can take of this. We need to prepare for impact. What do you guys want to do? And of course, P. Diddy, he's over there in the corner, trying not to let people see him cry, thinking about all of the things that he really did. And you know what? What's top of mind, this is all the vision I have, and what's top of mind for him is, oh man, well, so-and-so still ain't came through. I ain't heard that name. I want to call her and just see, but I bet not. Like I want to reach out to these people whose names I haven't heard, but I know my phone probably tapped. I know if I do, they probably are going to call TMZ.
And probably the lawyer's probably going to tell them not to.
Right. So all of this is in his mind. All of this is in his mind because it ain't nothing worse than not knowing your fate. I'm telling you that even the thought of that. Now, to a degree, like none of us know our fate. Like we don't know when we're going to die. We don't know if we're going to get sick. Those are things that we accept in life. We don't know when we're going to die. We just do everything that we can to stay healthy and live the longest that we can in a healthy way. But now, on top of that, see, I don't know my fate because I did some stuff that I'm not sure if it's going to come back to bite me. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, it can come back to bite me whenever because it ain't no statute of limitations. So when I think I'm out the clear, will I ever really be out of the clear? So what is my life going to look like? Diddy probably needs to move back to Africa. I'm saying Diddy needs to move. Actually, not even Africa, because you know what? Listen, they got more cell phones than we do over here. Now, he needs to move over with Santa. Remember I talked about Santa? He needs to go to the North Pole or the South Pole or wherever that was, because there is no getting off the radar. He just needs to vanish.
He just his last album, Off the Grid.
Off the Grid. Off the Grid, Kanye. The thing is, the truth is, it's very, very close to impossible to be off the grid. But we'll talk about that after the break. You guys, look, don't go nowhere. In fact, get closer. Lean in because you're going to want to hear this. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio.
Wake
3, 2.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. You are with Keefa, and you're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. Yes, y'all. So we have had some great conversation. I've been talking about Pitty Diddy. That's the new name, Pitty Diddy, because I just imagine him with his hands over his head, looking down at his knees, shaking his head, thinking about the rest of the women who have not filed a case against him yet. And you know he can't get no sleep. That's so Pitty Diddy, pitiful Diddy. That's what we've been talking about. But so I don't want to spend all night on that. I got some other things that I want to talk about. And this, y'all, all of us have zodiac signs, right? And I know a lot of people are into zodiac signs and knowing exactly what they mean. And you actually can get a reading. You can get a reading from an expert because there is truth to people having certain characteristics and traits based on a particular zodiac sign. This is true. Now, I don't know them all, but I know that I've had readings before. Now, look, I'm a Virgo, y'all. I'm a September Virgo. And I've had readings before. And I found that it was so on point. It really was so on point, as if they really were reading my story. What do you think, Nelson? You ever had a reading?
Have I? No. I'm trying to think. I think I may have, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Do you believe in specific zodiac signs having traits that go with that sign?
Yes, I do.
You said that emphatically.
Yeah, because I mean, by me being a Taurus, one of the main traits is a stubborn. I definitely know I can be stubborn.
You're stubborn.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you only stubborn?
No.
Right. So you're stubborn probably with specific things.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So check this out. I got a list of the top meanest zodiac signs. Like the meanest. Now, you think Taurus is on that list?
Yeah, I do. I'm not saying we're the meanest,
But you think you're on the list.
Yeah. And
right.
what order? I mean, is it the?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, but tell me what signs do you think would even be on the list for the meanest?
I will say maybe Leo.
Okay. All right, we're gonna see.
I mean,
Now, have you ever dated a Leo?
Yeah.
Okay, is that where you came from? See, you know what? How do I know this, y'all? Look, I might as well be a psychic, because you know what? The first thing, anytime somebody say the meanest anything, what we gonna do? We gonna recall people we dated. We are gonna recall the people that we dated and hated. Okay, the people we dated and hated. And whatever sign they was, they gonna be at the top of the list. All right, well, let me tell you the first one. Scorpio. Now, let me tell you why. So Scorpios are a water sign, okay? They're seen as the meanest because a lot of times they can be stoic. They have a look of they're just serious. They're not the ones who have you watched College Hill? Not Professional, but the edition with Ray J and Stacey Dash is on there.
I think I've seen like a couple of episodes.
Okay, so Stacey Dash reminds me of the Scorpio. She wasn't fooling with none of them. And It wasn't any particular thing. It just was not her thing.
Right.
And Scorpios can come across as detached, and I don't like, I've never dated a Scorpio. So I don't know. I don't know if that's actually true. But I know that people who tend to not smile a lot, and this could be any sign, people who tend to not smile a lot, they don't laugh, they're not friendly, or too focused, get labeled as mean, or nowadays the kids is just using weird. That's weird. Even though it ain't really weird, it might be dumb, but now the word weird is being used to replace a lot of that stuff.
Or sometimes they can be very introverted.
Or they can be very introverted. And sometimes we judge them based on that. And I know now, my ex-husband used to always say, don't judge me by my facial expressions. And I used to say, well, what you want me to judge you by? You over there looking all pitiful. You're over there looking all pitiful. What you want me to judge you by? If you don't want me to judge you by your facial expressions, then you better start smiling and looking like you just not pitiful. Okay, so Scorpios, I understand why they get that label. Now, they're at the top of the list. Number 2 shocked me to high heaven. And I'm going to tell you why. Number 2 is a Virgo. And I ain't mean, okay? I am not mean, all right? And I know, all the Virgos I know are not mean. In fact, we are quite the opposite. However, it is very true that we see things a certain way. And when we have our mind set on how we want something to be, we will stop at no ends until we get it that way. So some say we chase perfectionism. We want things to be the best. And usually we feel like we're the only ones that can do it the best. However, that's not true. That's not true. We always need a team. We don't always know the best. But because we're like that and we have this desire to help people and we want to help them be their best, even when those people themselves may not want to be their best, we see it. We have a vision that sees that and we act on it. And because of that, we can get labeled as we being mean, we're picky, we're fussing at people. The thing is, if I say that I want something done a certain way, you better believe it's because it's something that I probably know that you may not know why I need it done this way. Okay, so I have a dishwasher, and it's one of those dishwashers that has a tray at the very top for all the silverware. And it drives me bonkers because I am the only one in my household that uses that for the silverware. Now, where's everybody else put the silverware? At the bottom in the silverware trays. And what do they say to me? Why are you tripping? If they weren't supposed to go in the silverware trays at the bottom, that wouldn't be there. Why'd they include those? I don't have an answer for that, but I know they included the top one, and it's closer to the water. And that's where I need them to go, because when I take them out of the dishwasher, I can grab them all in one swipe versus grabbing them out the bottom. And I don't like it when, now this is a thing. I hate when people offer to help me and they just do it all jumbled up, man. See, I love the help, but I don't like the bad help. That's a Virgo for you. And I'm sure the Virgos know what I'm talking about. I want your help, but only if you're going to do it the way I need you to help me. If you can't do it the way I need you to help me, then it's really not help. You're going to cause me more stress. So if you're going to help me with my dishes, y'all, the silverware needs to go on the top shelf. Or if you're going to put them in the bottom, turn the part that you eat on down. Because I don't want your nasty hands, and I'm talking about my kids, I don't want their nasty hands all on the forks and the spoons. And then now you're putting them in the drawer. So that's the thing. That really is the thing. And I can see why Virgos are number 2 on the list. Even though we have the greatest of intentions, we have a way that we like things.
Okay.
So Virgos are number 2. Now, next on the list is Capricorn.
I can see that.
I definitely can see that.
My mom's a Capricorn, and she does have a mean streak on her.
Yeah, and my husband was a Capricorn. And the husband, for y'all that don't know, a husband is the same as an ex-husband. Okay? The husband. My husband is a Capricorn. And when I tell you that joker is mean, you know, you ain't seen mean until you married to a Capricorn and you divorce a Capricorn. And then you see all that spiteful hate come out. I mean, like, I can't even describe it, but it's probably something like what Diddy feels when he keeps seeing these lawsuits popping up. The hate for these women, even though it's absolutely misguided, because I think internally the hate's got to be for himself, because he was the one that did all of this. You know, allegedly, we're going to find out. He's the one that allegedly did all this, allegedly orchestrated all. So I would imagine, I got to find out what is Diddy's sign? What is P. Diddy's sign? I need to know if he's on this list, because I don't know P. Diddy personally, but every time I've seen him, he has this air of arrogance and being mean. And I think by virtue of how being arrogant works, it makes you mean. Because arrogance is feeling entitled. I see a smile. Arrogance is being entitled, acting entitled, while at the same time making others around you feel inferior. That's arrogance. And P. Diddy has that type of arrogance. So, like, I'm guessing he's somewhere on this list. Like, I don't know what.
I would say this. All right. So how many you named so far?
I've only named 3.
Right?
So number 1 is Scorpio, number 2 is Virgo, and number 3 is the Capricorn.
Okay. So he's fall within those 3. Which one you think?
Oh my God. Listen.
Which one you think?
Man. I tell you what, if Diddy is a Virgo, and you know what?
Nope.
Oh, praise God. praise Jesus. He's not a Virgo. Well, you know, like my husband was mean. So he's got to be a Capricorn.
Nope.
What?
Scorpio.
He's a Scorpio?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to call him a Scorpio.
Yeah, it says November 4th.
Scorpio. P. Diddy, Scorpio. Okay, so I am not surprised. So he is number 1 on the list. The man with the lawsuits. The man that was making the band that never was a band. The P. Diddy is a Scorpio. You know what? What sign is Kanye? See, because now I'm so interested in this. Now, mind you, this is just saying they're on the list as the meanest, not necessarily that in real life they're just mean people, but because of the characteristics, they can be construed as being mean. Right. So I do want to preface that because not
Kanye
everybody's
is a
me.
day after my daughter, so he's a Gemini.
Okay, so he truly does have the multiple, the multiple facets of his universe, personality, literally. Yeah, with Kanye, we're being pretty literal. So Capricorn is number 3 on the list. And number 4 starts with an A.
Aquarius.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Aries.
It's an Aries. It's an Aries. Next on the list is an Aries. Now it says they're often perceived as mean and impulsive because of their competitive nature. Now, I can see that. I can see that because, see, sometimes when people get real competitive, like I know people, and I can be like this too. If I have a competition, if I'm at a competition, see, I don't want nobody talking to me. I put my headphones in, just like if I'm working out. I don't like all the banter. I don't like the chatter. I'm serious about it. And I don't like when other folks who ain't serious about it try to take me off my game. And that can be construed as mean because, see, I don't have the small talk. I can't return that same energy. And when I'm at a competition and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do or whatever, I see all kind of people. They even go to my own gym. But then I'm kind of short because they want to chit chat. Yeah, how you feeling, champion? Listen, I can't do it right now. And I'm one of those people that I am very honest about it. And I say, talk to me after the comp. That can be construed as mean to some people. But you know why? Because so many people are used to doing things publicly to appease someone else. That is why these women that got into these situations with Diddy, see, that's all part of it. Women, they don't want to speak the truth because they don't want to embarrass the celebrity or they don't want to be embarrassed themselves. And so even when they knew, well, it don't really feel right. It don't really feel right that I'm going up to his room and it's like 3 other dudes in there and they all been drinking and drunk and, they half dressed. See, these are situations. This is how this stuff happens. And I've seen this stuff with my own eyes, with my hip hop background. But I was always one of those people that, number one, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. I really was the square only because I just had a fear. I had a fear of being in any type of situation where I had no control over my own body, whether that be drinking too much, smoking too much, or whatever it was. But I've been in situations where I was in a hotel room and I see it's 4 dudes up in there. They got all kind of bottles they've been popping. They've been smoking, 2 dudes in their drawers. I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening here? I definitely don't belong up here. I'll come back when the other folks is, when the party really starts, I'll come back. No, you ain't got to. Yeah, I got to go. I got to go. I don't play that. And I am not trying to make them feel comfortable with it. In fact, I don't care how they feel. I just know that I'm not comfortable with it. So in this society, women do too much to not make these men uncomfortable because they don't want to be perceived as mean or they don't want to ruin their opportunity. So I can see why some would say, yeah, if you're not cordial, if you're not the chatty type, that you mean. See, I've had men tell me that too. Me out in public, want to start small talking, this and that. Hey, how you doing? Blah blah. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? See, I'll do that. But if you keep talking and I'm headed to my workout, you're gonna get cut off. Oh, why you doing me like that, sis? Why? No, I'm just trying to go work out. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm on a plan. I know what I need to do for myself, and it don't include trying to make you feel good. You know, my priority is always going to be to myself and my kids, not to some strangers. So you can call me mean. I'm not mean. But honestly, I don't even care if a stranger calls me mean. I don't really care what they think, because the truth is, they have a right to think whatever they want. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't faze me. I don't let it occupy space in my brain. So Aries is the next one on the list. All right, you guys. So stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio.
And we're live here outside.
So
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad y'all stuck around. We've been talking about zodiac signs and the short list of the meanest zodiac signs. Now, I said earlier that we're not really mean. Okay, I'm a Virgo. I'm not really mean. I'm second on the list. But I
got to
am,
count for something.
I'm second on the list. Okay, but like I always say, if you ain't first, it don't matter. So we just gonna pretend like Virgos ain't even on the list. Okay, but first on the list we have let me go back to the top. Scorpio. Scorpio's number 1, Virgo's number 2, Capricorn's number 3, and Aries is number 4. Those are the only signs that are on the mean list. Can you believe that?
So that means us Tauruses are.
Yeah,
nice.
the Taurus is now we have a nice list. We have a confused list. We have a I don't give a you know what list. We have all kind of lists. But somebody thought that Virgos should be number 2 on the list. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But check this out, you guys. Look, I told Nelly I cannot go on without talking about this. Because it is a sister on Instagram. Now, this is crazy, y'all. She is passing. Do y'all remember that term back in the day, passing, which was a Black person passing for a white person or trying to? And this is what's crazy because in this day and age of social media, for somebody to try this mess is really just ludicrous. Because your whole background can already be found out. So check this out. This is on Instagram. I am Donna Briggs 1111. Okay, if you got your phones, I need y'all to just please look at this. Go to her account and look at her. Now, see if you was just browsing and passing through and you saw her maybe searching or something like that, you might think she was white.
Yeah, like I told you, at a quick glance.
Yeah, white, but more like the movie The Wayans Brothers and White Chicks. Did y'all see that movie? That's how she looked to me. But check this out. So I never even knew about her, but I follow a weightlifting guy. Now, this is where you need to go because when I tell y'all this dude is brilliant, he's got his law degree. And so he's got some skills when it comes to turning every stone and rock over, finding the information. Well, it turns out this I am Donna Briggs. She is a super, super large influencer and has done many celebrity interviews, podcasts, all of that stuff. And she says she's got all these charities and that she's donated all of this money to these different charities. Well, that is what got her on the radar. Now, the other guy that I'm telling you about, his name is Goob. He goes by GOOB_2. He's got all the receipts. So apparently in the back channels, somebody had asked her if she was white. She says yes. And then they say, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. She says, yes, I am. I'm white. Now, first of all, most white people don't say they white. They'll say, I'm white, but I'm German. Or, I'm Russian or whatever. If you got somebody that's standing 10 toes down, I'm white. I'm white. I'm white. See, that's suspect already. Because who says that? So I need y'all to go look at this account because it turns out she's been ripping off. She has not been delivering the money to these charities as she said. So she stands in front of these children holding banners, and she hasn't even donated the money, y'all. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about the fact that she's trying to pass in what is about to be 2024. But y'all tell me, see, I see things that make it clear to me that she's not white. Because you know what? Oh my God, but she's definitely bleaching her skin. She's definitely got her eyes done. Now, I don't know if she did the tiny eye surgery, like T.I.'s tiny, that eye surgery to get them blue, or if she's got contacts in. But there is something that's off and wonky. At least when old girl Rachel Dolezal, y'all remember her, the cornrow queen, but she was white, was wearing them braids, talking about she African American, getting all them HBCU grants and all that stuff. That's funny when I think about that. You had a nerve to actually be getting HBCU money as an African American woman when you're not African American. But that's another story. But what I was going to say is, she wasn't doing stuff to darken her skin. She was just wearing hairstyles that gave her the appearance. And the truth is, if any white woman wears cornrows, she's going to look closer to African American, because that's just one of our styles. And typically when we get cornrows, we get extension hair added. And so do the white women. They get extension hair added as well. So it gets a little bit harder to tell. Although y'all know what I'm saying. We can tell. But I need y'all to go to this girl's page. I am Donna Briggs. Briggs with 2 G's, 1111. That's 4 1s. Now, I didn't try to scroll all the way down to the first videos, so I could see the transition, because she clearly made a transition. And I believe she is lightening her skin in the same way people said Michael Jackson was lightening his skin. Now, is she lightening her skin, or do she have vitiligo like Michael Jackson said he had? What do you think?
Nah, she don't look like, because then, from the previous photos they had seen, she was already light skinned, right? But I didn't, even though if you like,
but she has some melanin. See, that's
right.
it. Yeah.
You would see some type of blotch of, it's a vitiligo or something. And
yeah, because see, you know what it is? She's whiter than white people. That's the problem. It has really effectively turned herself into an albino. That's what's happened. So while she's trying to pass as a white woman, she actually just looks like a black woman that's an albino. Now, listen, I need to find out if she has kids. I can't imagine she has kids. I can't imagine she has any family that is accepting this. Because number one, I want you guys to imagine this. Let's walk through this. First, she had to have the thought. So first, something happened that caused her to have it in her mind that I'm already on social media. I've already been doing interviews. People, I'm already well known, representing charities, doing all kind of things. I am already in this thing as a Black woman. So what happens that makes me say, you know what? I'm going to turn into a white woman. And now is the time. What happened to make her think that, number one, that was going to make sense, they was going to fly under the radar, number two, number three, that folks was going to accept it, number four, that we wasn't going to know? What in that brain would lead her to say, I'm going to turn into a white woman?
Maybe because she wanted some privilege, some type of privilege or something. I mean, I don't know.
You know, I just don't think you're going to get the privilege at this point. Because number one, who really believes? Like, I'm just saying, people probably wouldn't ask her in person. But I know they were thinking it. But who would actually ask, are you white or Black? I just don't think people would ask that. And based on the looks of her, even if they did, she wasn't going to tell the truth because she got caught in the back channels lying, trying to say, I am a white woman, and saying it with her chest. So, you know, that ain't going to fly. So I need to know, where's her family? If she has children, where's her children? Okay, I'm not even going to call them children. Where is her children? Okay, where this lady cheering at? Because I need to know what they look like. And if she has children, what are they saying about their mom? Now, what does it take? What does it take to look like that? What type of injections? Or, because I can't imagine that's a topical. I can't imagine that's topical. What do you need to inject into your body? Because she looked like Michael Jackson did before he died. That's exactly how she looked. So they got to be taking the same thing. So this is what I need to know. I got to get I need to get my robots on the case. I need to get my robots on the case. We're going to take a quick break, you guys. That way I can do some quick research. I'm going to find these children. So you stick around, come back. We're going to finish up. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio.
Shake that thing, miss. the furnace, but you won't listen. The party done.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. Yes, you're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. So before the break, y'all, I was talking about this sister, okay? This sister, Donna Briggs, that's trying to pass. I'm on her website now. Now, this is the thing. So I told you guys, look, check out Google, GOOB_U2. He is the one who is on her neck because she's a fraud. She is a fraud. And I went to the website. I'm looking at the website. She still has sponsors on there that have pulled their sponsorships from her. She still has on there that she went to Georgetown University. Google fact checked that, and it turns out she did like 2 semesters. So the thing is, not only is she trying to pass, but she's just a liar. Where's this lady cheering? I'm looking at these pictures, y'all, for real. Please go to her website, donnabriggs.com, and I want you to just scroll through these pictures because I really believe I'm looking at one of the Wayans brothers, the one that just didn't make it into the White Chicks movie. For real. I cannot make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. Everything. And you know what? I'm not even the person to talk about people, but let me tell you why this makes me angry. She is in front of children that look up to her, that want to be like her. So they think, but you know what? They don't know. They really have no idea who she is. You know why? She has no idea who she is. It is impossible for someone who is fully rooted in self, who loves themselves. There is no way they can do this to themselves, let alone stand in front of millions of people. She's got 576,000 followers on one account, 140,000 followers on another account, and then probably other accounts out there. This to me is madness. It's madness. What happens that makes someone want to do this to themselves? Seriously, it's traumatic. Hell, it's traumatic to me looking at these pictures. Cause I'm waiting for Marlon and what was the other, and Sean. I'm waiting for Marlon and Sean to show up on another page of this website. For real, for real. But let me tell you, y'all tell me, I need to do some research. What is these people taking that's making their skin white like this? Because it's got to be making it white from the inside. It's no way to make all that beautiful melanin just go away from the outside. That it's something. It is something. Now I know that there's things out there. There's lightening and whitening products out there. But this right here, this is something on a whole nother level. And I tell you what, if they wanted to clone Tyrone and they wanted to clone the Donnas, all they had to do is say, look, we got something that's going to lighten you up for all of the people that don't love their melanin. We're going to lighten you up. We're going to do X, Y, Z. We're going to give you blonde hair, blue eyes. Man, oh man. And then they're going to take everything, clone you, and you're going to be stuck like Tyrone. Man, see, that's a crazy thought. But now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. However, we can print skin with 3D printers. We can create skin with stem cells. Y'all better recognize the potential and possibility. And where there is a need, there is ingenuity. And where there is money, there is people that's going to get that money and make it happen. I'm telling you. So be aware But I'm going to do some research. I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell y'all exactly what she's got to be doing to look like Marlon and Shawn Wayans. Okay? To look like Marlon and Shawn Wayans and white chicks. So look, I hope y'all have enjoyed the show. I want to say thank you for lending me your listening ears tonight. I want to say thank you for being a part of my journey, for bringing me your abundant energy. I feel it, y'all. I have so much fun talking to you guys and sharing the Pitty Diddy stories, sharing all of these things that's happening in the universe that we live in. So make sure, download the app, the 101 TKO radio app, download it. That is the best way to listen. You can listen anywhere and you won't miss anything. Y'all don't want to miss these gems when you drop it, right? All the great music, all of the great radio personalities. Y'all don't want to miss that. So download the app so you can get notified. Turn on those notifications. It's Thursday. It is 7 o'clock. You've been listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 Radio, 101 TKO Radio. We knocking them out the box, and I am out.